Hey friends, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to find freedom in both their life and in their business. I help women find the courage to fulfill their calling in life without sacrificing their faith or their family. In this show, I give you my very best life and business advice, plus bring you world-class guests and give you a healthy dose of Jesus every single time. So buckle in, my friend. I'm so excited you're here today. Hey, friend. Welcome back to the podcast. I am currently in Florida at our home there as you're listening to podcast episode number 273, but I am recording this a few days before I leave and wanted to chat with you today about why everyone needs a hype squad. And so this idea for this podcast came about in the last few weeks as we've graduated Easton from high school. Big round of applause for Easton Allwood, everybody. Headed to Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, Arizona next year. And so that was fabulous. So we have transitioned our oldest, Noah, over to a new season. He has transitioned out of college and back to the Kansas City area, but on his own for the first time and not living at home. So we've officially got one out in the wild. And Ava baby is going to be transitioning from middle school to high school. And our little Ariana is about to be a third grader. So yeah, there's been just a lot of transitions, a lot of things going on. So with that is lots of photos, and with the photos is lots of posts on social media and all the things. And I was telling Jason the other day that there's something that I really admire about these young people. Okay. Obviously Ariana, being 7 years old, is not on social media, although her dream is to be TikTok famous. So prepare yourselves. Okay. I guess when you have a mother that teaches people how to do social media and, she sees me doing videos. It's, it is what it is. And then Noah now has like 5,000 Instagram followers on his KCMO Kicks account where he is, flipping sneakers. And so she sees us in the house, working on social media. So anyway, she wants to be TikTok famous. We shall see. But I was telling Jason, one of the things that impresses me about youth right now is like if Ava posts something or if Noah posts something, there's so many of their peers and their friends, and a lot of times I think they're even strangers, who are just like hyping them up, who are just like sliding into their comments and telling them how amazing and beautiful and smart and wonderful and all the things that they are. So like, let me read you. I was going to read some of the comments on one of my daughter's posts. So she was in, cute outfit with a little skirt and stuff. And people are like, you're so cute. OMG. The prettiest, gorge, cute, pretty, love, heart face, marry me. And this is girlfriends that are just joking. You're so cute. I want to be you. Like things. It's amazing to me. No crumbs left. Can I be you? What does no crumbs left mean? If you know what that means, send me an Instagram DM because I don't even know. But I was like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And it's not just Ava and her friends. I see it on tons and tons of different things. Like I was looking at one of Noah's posts the other day, and it says like, that's a lot of drip, tough, and then lots of emojis and stuff, just totally hyping each other up. And I was thinking that I love that because we just don't see it enough with adults. Now, I do think that when, if you're going to live and die by the opinions of others, that then if you make a post and, there's no comments, there's no people hyping you up like that, that's something different, right? We're not supposed to rely on, a hype squad or people hyping us up in comments. And that's not why we should post. But I'm not really talking about it from that angle. I'm talking about, it's just so nice to see the encouragement from other people. And I see it with kids and with teens more than I'm even seeing it with adults. And so, I was telling Jason, I just love seeing like how our kids' friends are like hyping them up on social media. They're tagging the For You page. They're trying to, get things to go viral. And my kids are doing it back to their friends. And I think that as grownups, I know I have like 2 of Easton's friends who on occasion listen to my podcast. So thank you. Thank you very much. But I think that we can learn something from that, honestly. Fun fact, here's what the definition of a hype squad is, according to Urban Dictionary. A hype squad is a group of 4 or more people that always hype things up when it starts to get quiet. I love that. I love that idea of having a hype squad. And, so when I was thinking about hype squad, I was also thinking about how sometimes a hype squad can really help you, I think, both in life and in business. Almost like you can almost like borrow some confidence from them. You can almost like, other people are really believing in me. I wonder if like I need to almost be believing in myself more. Do you know what I'm saying? It made me think about, we have several of my programs that are getting ready to end. So we just recently ended the Better Way program, which is like 8 ways of how you make money in the online space. We will be launching that again in the fall. And so it's where we teach people how to do courses, membership groups, be affiliates, et cetera, et cetera. This week, we are finishing our Dream Biz Blueprint course, which is for the women that are in like the very beginning stages. They're trying to launch a business for the first time. They're trying to get it off the ground. They've never done this before. And I was looking at a post from a woman in the program whose name is Michelle Nichols, who's got a business that she has started in the last 6 weeks because of our program. It's called Skillfully Spruced Organizing. You can go find it on social media. And like, let me just like tell you some of the comments she had inside of our Facebook group for the program. Okay. I love this. Way to go on all of your wins. Grace writes, amazing. You're on a roll. Your logo is fabulous. It's clean, but it's not sterile. Debbie, I love this. Victoria, love your logo. Kim, congratulations. It looks so nice. Nikki, beautiful and simple. And it keeps going. Trisha had nice things to say. Michelle had nice things to say. And I'm reading those today. And that made me just like grin because that's how it should be. Listen, let me just tell you something. The world is full of people who are just pulling each other down on social media. You do not have to look very hard to see somebody post something and then the arguing starts. And friends, by the way, we're supposed to be the model for our children. Like, knock it off. Can I just say that? Knock it off. You're not going to win anybody over by fighting with them on the internet. You're just not. Now, you will repel some people and some followers and some friends, and you'll also magnetize people to you. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But you are not going to change anybody's opinion by arguing with them in the comments. I promise you that. And when there's so much of that dumpster fire behavior on social media, and then I look at my teens and I'm like, oh man, look at them hyping each other up. Look at them like borrowing confidence from one another. Like, that is amazing. That is amazing. And I think as grownups, we can learn from something from that. I really do. I think we can learn from it. And so I was thinking, like, do I have a hype squad? Do I have a group of people who, whenever I post, are going to make some comments? I do. I have like, it's not necessarily a solid group, but I can always depend on some people to make comments on my Instagram, to reach out to me in the DMs and whatever. And then I was thinking, okay, so like if I love how this operates in teenagers, like how could this operate in adults? Like if I wanted that, if I wanted more of like my own hype squad, like what does that even look like? And I was remembering that one time I've heard my pastor say, and I'm going to just like butcher this saying. Okay. So I should have Googled this to see if I can get it correct. But I remember him in a sermon one time saying something along the lines of, when I wanted a friend and looked for a friend, I could find none. But when I decided to become a friend, I had everything I needed. Something along those lines. Okay. And so that made me think, you know what? I want to do a better job of hyping other ladies up too. I have been sharing content this week from a lot of the ladies that are in my mastermind, women like Haley Carter, who are, launching a Bible study right now. Kristen Farrell is getting ready to relaunch Not Your Mama's Bible Study. I'm thinking about Tea Crates, who's launching their seasonal box of, gourmet teas. I'm thinking of Divine Sugars, who's getting ready to be at market selling like her sugars for coffees and grilling and things. And so you're going to see me hyping up more of my clients in the online space. And those aren't sponsored. You'll see lots of influencers online, hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. You know what? I really don't want to do that. I just want to be a good cheerleader for the women who are already like sewing into my business and who I'm knowing at a deeper level. I want to do that. I want to cheerlead more for people. And I hope you do also, because sometimes I'll even say to the women who are in my groups when they'll say, you know what, like engagement's really down on my Facebook, or I'm just not getting very many comments on my Instagram posts. I will say to them, well, when is the last time you responded to a lot of people's posts? And I'll think to myself, Jen, when is the last time you responded to people's posts? Like, I can't want things that I also am not willing to do and to give, right? And so let me just encourage you today. If you need a hype squad, become a hype squad. If you need, a group of women who are going to cheer you on, find a group. My group will be open sometime in the month of June or July. You can go to creatorsinnercircle.com. We'll send you an email when it opens. When you go to creatorsinnercircle.com, by the way, we're not like, you're not pinky swearing that you're going to join. It's just so that we can send you an email when it's open. But become the thing that you're looking for. And we can learn a lot from these kids. We've got to stop just with the nonsensical arguing in the comment sections on Facebook and Instagram. It's changing nobody's mind. And it makes us look foolish. And then I look over at my kids' Instagram and I'm like, look at them, just cheering each other on, just cheering for each other. And that's the way it should be, both in real life and on social media. Am I right? All right, friends. I hope that this was helpful. Share this podcast episode if you would today. Become somebody's cheerleader. Become the thing, that you're wanting to find. Get on my wait list for my coaching group, creatorsinnercircle.com. And we'll see you again next week. All right, friends. Bye-bye. Friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you come back for every episode and that you share the Jennifer Allwood Show with your friends and family. Every time I see you guys post about it on Instagram or Facebook or something, it just makes me do a little happy. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast if you never want to miss an episode. So you can go to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Spotify or any of the other podcasting places and subscribe each week so that every week you get the new episode when it releases. So just know that I love bringing you relevant content. I love bringing you great guests. And one of the ways you can help us here at Team Allwood is by leaving the podcast a review. So if you have just a second to do that, would you go over and leave a review for the Jennifer Allwood Show? Thank you again. You're amazing. I'm honored to be here. Until next week. Bye-bye.